Hey guys, are you all safe? Good. You keeping indoors? Good. Okay. I'm indoors, so I guess I can take this off now for a while. I'm really bored, and I kind of thought, you know what? I think I need to do some kind of music video thing. Not music like in playing anything, but I'm going to do like a rate the band's discography type thing. And I have other ideas as well, but until the world goes back to normal, I can't really do a lot of those. So, um, anyway, today I'm going to give you a sample of what I want to do from here on. And so I'm having a couple of beers, so I hope you don't mind. I hope you guys are doing the same. Um, the first band I'm going to start with is Motley Crue. Now, a lot of you guys know that I've been a big Motley fan since I was 13, and followed them along the way, and yeah, dug them. And there's been times where I haven't really dug them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through their discography, and I'm going to rate them, and I'm going to start with the least favorite. But there won't be any live CDs, won't be any compilations or best ofs or greatest hits, any of that. I'm just going to stick with the basic discography of their main studio releases, and that will be a good start for me to see if I'm actually doing this okay. So, okay, Motley Crue, you know, a band that I loved, like I said before, from 13. You know, all the way up until 18, I was pretty much a diehard Crue head, and yeah, they were a big, massive influence over me in so many ways, for good or for bad. So, and probably mainly for bad, but it was good fun. So I'm going to start with my least favourite, which is New Tattoo. This came out in, I think, 99. I should have double checked that. Randy Castillo took over from Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee left the band. Vince was back in. It's his second album back in. I have tried everything to like this album, and for some reason I just can't get into it. And there's not even any songs on there that really stick out for me. And there they are. Okay, Hell on High Heels. Oh my God, this stuff really, it just didn't really seem like they tried. I think they threw shit to the wall and thought, hey, we'll go with it. Anyway, that's my least favourite. Now, I know people that are going to be watching this will definitely have different opinions, or they'll look at it differently, or they'll ask me, oh, why don't you like that one? But everybody's got their own opinion. You know, this is purely my own opinion, and this is how I rate them. And you know what? Maybe in 10 years' time, there might be a slight difference in the arrangement of how I do it. But I think that one's going to stay on the bottom. Okay, the second least favourite was their last. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I tried to over and over again. Saints of Los Angeles, they reunited, got out, did an album. Probably didn't really work out the way they'd planned it. I think the best song on here is probably Mother of the Year. It's probably my favourite on there. Again, not a lot of memorable stuff. You know, maybe just for me, you know, Motley had lost a lot of the the crunch of what they were, you know, a lot of the attitude and stuff. And I think, you know, when bands tend to get on the wrong side of some of their fans with decisions they make or things that have said in the press or whatever, you know, sometimes they probably will lose their mojo a bit. And, you know, I think by the later stages of the Motley career, it was like they were on autopilot. You know, there was nothing really, you know, I really like 6 a.m. and I like what Tommy's done and, you know, Methods of Mayhem. But, yeah, don't know. Anyway, my third least favourite is probably Girls, Girls, Girls. At the time I loved it, but Motley could have released anything and I would have liked it. So we're talking 87. I was still pretty much right into these guys. I was happy with the way they changed their look from the Theatre of Pain glam, lace and all that kind of stuff to more of a, you know, biker type denim over the leather look. You know, definitely, thank God 87 kind of kicked in with bands starting to look that way again, because the sequence and the sparkly stuff wasn't really working out that well. Girls, 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 to a lot of people it's a classic. Nikki wasn't in a good place. I think they were probably starting to argue a lot more during that period. But yeah, a good period of the band, but probably, in my opinion, not one of their best albums. Now, an album that I really, 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 really did like, and I nearly rated it higher than what I did, but I didn't, because some of the other ones just mean a little bit more to me than what this does. But this, Generation Swine, to me is a really good album. Like, anything from here up is good. A lot of people didn't like this. But I guess if people were waiting for another Dr. Feelgood, they weren't going to get it. Oh man, I mean, nearly every song on this has got a good place on this album. It's very colourful. It's very, what would you call it? Diverse. What year was it? 97. Okay. The new version of Shout at the Devil, 97, I liked when I first got into it, but I still would rather the original. Hang on, let me put that on the end there like older people do, that's better. Afraid's a great song. I love Glitter. I love Let Us Pray. I love A Rat Like Me, great song. Like I said before, diverse, and not most Motley fans probably didn't like it, but I did. And yeah, Generation Swine I found to be a very good album. This one just beats it purely because it came out in 85 and I was still a fresh Crue head, and even though I was a little bit shocked with the way they went from the Shout at the Devil look over to the glam look, the big hair and lots of makeup. And I'm not talking tribal makeup, I'm talking actually sit in front of the mirror and get the foundation and stuff just right kind of makeup. Theatre of Pain, Louder Than Howl's my favourite track on it by far. I love City Boy Blues. Tonight, you know, you got your classics, you got your Home Sweet Home, and you got your Smoke in the Boys' Room. There's a couple of duds on it too, but again, like I said, it came out in 85. It's their third album. They were peaking as far as where they rated in the world of hard rock and heavy metal. They were right up there at this point, even if they were looking a little girly. This album only just beats that one. And I'm going to Dr. Feelgood for my fourth favourite, Motley. Feel Good. I remember hearing the song Dr. Feelgood the first time. I was a bit worried, but a lot of the other tracks off the album did kind of pull through. Like, for instance, Slice Your Pie, Sticky Sweet, She Goes Down, Kickstart My Heart's a classic. You know, and then there's a couple of fillers. Time for Change. My God, I hated that clip. We're talking. So this is when they got to their peak. They actually had a number one with this back in '89. Go back to '89. Gee, I'll tell you what, else it was 1989 right now. I could give you the tip. Yes, Feel Good. Okay, rating in at number 3 for me is an album that I guess technically shouldn't really be up there, but the songwriting on this album and the punch that you got from it makes this album really stand out in a lot of different ways, more so than nearly any of their other stuff. And I'm talking about the self-titled Motley Crue. Now, during this period, Vince was not in the band. They got in John Corabi, who was playing in the Scream at the time. Nicky had some kind of bromance, I guess, with John for a while. Got him in the band, made him leave his band to do it. And he was playing with some pretty cool dudes too. And the Scream could have been a lot bigger than what, well, they didn't really have much of an opportunity. Nicky got a hold of him pretty quick once the first Scream album came out. But power to the music. Just put that on your stereo and put it up to 10 and turn the bass right up. That stuff just kicks you right in the ground, and that's how I like my music. Uncle Jack, Hooligan's Holiday, Misunderstood, Hammered, Till Death Do Us Part, Dropping Like Flies. There's really not a bad song on this. Again, there wasn't really a lot of die-hard Motley fans that got into this. And you know what? Realistically, they probably should have changed the name. But they didn't. And for some reason, Nicky looks down on this album now. It's a shame. Like, I thought he kind of reached a peak with his songwriting with that one. I do love that album. Okay, now the last two. And all you people out there that know Motley Crue, you will know exactly what the last two are that I've got in front of me here. I basically got into these albums at the same time, back in year 8, thanks to T-Bone. And I'm not talking about Tommy Lee, I'm talking about my mate T-Bone, who was my best mate in high school and we're still best mates. We were getting into this and it was kind of all happening, and metal was big and we were young and puberty was kicking in, and it was just like, man, Motley Crue, you know. And it is hard to pick between these two, but I've always kind of thought that this one would be my second favourite. And I'm talking about Too Fast for Love. Now, I know a lot of people will be going, no, that's their best. And I get that. I know what you mean. I totally understand. And it's a killer album. It's got way more of a punk feel than anything they've done since. It's basically a demo. A glammatized demo would be the probably right word to it. Anyway, Too Fast for Love, 81, first album, young, hungry, and you can hear it. You can hear it in this album. You know, Too Fast for Love, Starry Eyes, Piece Your Action. even if you're just a hard rock fan, you should own this album, you know, because that album kicks ass. And there's only one that beats it by just. But we all know what that one is, and we're talking about Shout at the Devil, 1983. Now, this was their new album when I found Motley Crue. And it was the first one I heard. And just hearing the intro in the beginning, which is what the song's called, the big intro, it kind of builds up and then just kicks in the Shout at the Devil. Me as a 13-year-old kid, that just pushed me to the ground and rubbed my face in the dirt. And I'll never forget the impact this album had on me. I needed this album. I needed it big time by that point in my life. Every song, I can't, maybe one, maybe, where is it? Merry-Go-Round. Yeah, Merry-Go-Round. Hang on, no, that's on the other one, isn't it? Hang on a second, let me get, yeah, sorry. See, that's how much they blended into the same album for me in a lot of ways. But no, I don't think there's a bad one on here. It just kicks your ass the whole way through. Even when it slows down for Too Young to Fall in Love. But oh my God bless the children of the beast. That's probably the weakest track, but that's more of an instrumental anyway, so it doesn't really come across as a proper song. But this album, if you want to listen to Motley Crue and you want to feel the heaviness, the darkness, the just the wild men that they were, to me this is the album, because they were kind of still new but big enough to really start to play around with their image and stuff like that, and it got picked up and it did really well. To me, when I first saw these guys in a picture wearing that kind of stuff, if you can see it, it was like Sex Pistols crossed with Kiss. If you were able to put those together, then you had Motley Crue. That's what it came across to me. And that drew me to them a lot. And then hearing them drew me to them a lot as well. So, Shout at the Devil. So that's it. That's my favourites. Just going back through the other way, my favourite is definitely Shout at the Devil. And second place is Too Fast for Love, which I love. Very close to that one. In third place is the self-titled with John Corabi. In fourth place is their most popular album, Dr. Feelgood, the one that went to number one, that really took them into the stratosphere of rock and roll. Theatre of Pain is after that. Generation Swine, great album. Vince's first album back in the band, very cool. Girls, 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 yeah, loved it then. Hasn't really held up for me, unfortunately. I kind of, in a way, wish it did, because there's a lot of good memories for me on this album. Saints of Los Angeles. Yeah. I mean, I'm at the point with these albums, I've actually got to double check the title of them, because they're just not really that memorable for me. And I think the worst one is definitely New Taboo. And it's a shame, because Randy Castillo, man, he was killer. And I think this could have been the last album he actually recorded before he died. I'm pretty sure he was still on Motley at the time. But yeah, Randy Castillo, Ozzy Osbourne, man, you know. You look at some of Ozzy's early stuff with Randy playing, it's killer. So that's it, that's my Motley stuff. Obviously I've got the live stuff, I've got rare stuff and that there too, but I just went with the basic discography, and yeah. So I'm going to keep doing these if this is working out, and I'm going to, you know, if you've got any ideas of a band that I might have heard a lot of or got it or whatever, yeah, put a comment in and let us know. Otherwise, I'll do Kiss at some point. I can do Judas Priest. I can do AC/DC. Yeah, I can do it. So if you've got any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep them rolling out, and we'll work it out. And if it works out, we'll keep it going. Okay. Take care, guys, and keep safe, keep covered, and rock and roll all night, and a bit of every day if you can fit it in. Cheers.